ngayon, punta naman tayo sa dimensional analysis method of solving problems. So, ito yung tipong kailangan mo i-convert, no, yung mga iba't ibang units or iba't ibang measured values from one unit to another unit using the conversion factor. Ayan. So, ito naman po yung mga kailangan natin tandaan. Of course, alamin natin, no, kung anong unit conversion factor ang ating gagamitin, depende po dun sa given. Pangalawa is, ayan, carry units through calculation. So, halimbawa naman, magkakaparehas naman sila ng unit. And alam mo na yung unit na yun ang nasa final answer. So, yun, pwede rin yung gawin yun. Okay. And, yun, syempre, yung cancellation, importante yan sa lahat. If all floor, yan, all units, yeah. Okay, cancel, except for the desired unit. Okay, so, ayan. So, gagamit ka nga ng conversion factor. Ayan. Yung tipong, halimbawa, yung sa given unit, let's say, meter, then gusto mo siyang gawing centimeter, so, pwede naman yung centimeter over meter. Ayan. So, gamitin mong conversion factor. So, we have 100 centimeter over 1 meter as the conversion factor. And then, makukuha mo na yung hinahanap natin. Okay? Ayan. So, now, okay, so, let's have some example problems. So, for letter A, we have 0.0823 pounds to milligrams. So, i-convert natin yan gamit yung mga conversion factors. So, let's start, no, with letter A. Yan, 0.0833 pounds papuntang grams. Okay, so we can have 0.0833 pounds. Then we can have, okay, so pwede natin gamitin yung 2.2 pounds kada 1 kilogram. And then, doon naman sa may, sa kilograms, pwede natin siya i-convert into 1,000 grams. And then, after that, no, yung grams, okay, gagawin na natin siyang milligram. So, gamit yung 1 milligram, no, yung milli, ibig sabihin po niyan is 10 raised to negative 3, diba? And so, we can have 1 times, okay, times 10 raised to negative 3 grams. So, okay, pag ginawa natin yan, so, ang makukuha natin dyan, will be, yan, so, pwede natin makuha dyan is 300 or 37,863.64 milligrams. So, ayan. So, yan yung makukuha natin sa letter A. So, ganun lang po. So, tandaan lang po natin yung mga conversion factors. So, let's try letter B. So, we can have, okay, so, ang tanong naman doon is 275 liter to 2 cubic meter. Okay, so, yun naman yung tanong, no? So, we can have 275 liters. So, pwede natin iterasyon na lang ng 1,000 liter kada cubic meter. So, pwede natin makuha is 0.275 liter. Or pwede naman, then, no, gusto mo nang medyo mas mahaba, pwede naman natin gawing, let's say, 1,000 milliliter kada 1 liter. Tapos, yung 1 ml, pwede natin siyang gawing 1 cubic centimeter o yung 1 cc, di ba? Tapos, gamit yung conversion factor ng 100 centimeter kada meter na naka-cube lang, so makuha pa rin natin the same or 0.275 meters. So, ayan po. Okay. So, ang susunod naman na tanong doon is yung letter letter C. Yan. So, let's have yung letter C. So, ang given po doon is 0.808 gram per cubic centimeter papuntang kilogram per cubic meter. So, gagawin lang natin guys, no, is, okay na natin siyang gawin. Yan. So, ang gagawin lang natin muna, yung grams muna, syempre. So, we can have 1,000 grams kada 1 kilogram. And then, gamit yung conversion na 100 centimeter kada meter, then i-raise lang natin sa 3. So, ang lalabas po dyan is yung 0.808 times 100 raised to 3 divided by 1,000. So, we can have 808 kilogram per cubic Okay? So, next po tayo. So, letter D. So, we have 105 degrees Fahrenheit to Kelvin. So, ang gawin lang natin muna, so, i-convert natin yung, convert muna natin yung degrees Fahrenheit papuntang degrees Celsius para yun ang maging way natin para ma-convert natin siya sa Kelvin. So, using the formula, no, yung pinakita natin kanina, so we can have 5 over 9 times 105 minus 32. So, we can have, so pag kinumpit natin yan, we'll get 40.56 degrees Celsius. Then, after that, pwede na i-convert sa Kelvin sa pamamagitan lang po ng pag-add ng 273 na nakuhang degrees Celsius. And you will get the, so this is just an approximate lang naman yung sa Kelvin. Yan. And then proceed tayo, letter E. So ang tanong naman doon is 8.314 joules per mole Kelvin papuntang liter ATM over mole Kelvin. So bali pa ang kino-convert lang natin dito is yung yung joules papuntang liter ATM. So ngayon, ang ATM stands for atmosphere. So, it is a unit of pressure. So, gamitin natin yung conversion ng 1 ATM equals 101,325 Pascal. Ayan. Okay. Now, so okay na yan, no? Gamitin natin yung conversion na yan. But of course, sa ating solution, syempre yung joules, alam natin na ang joules is 1 Newton per square or Newton meter, diba? Okay. While yung Pascal is actually, that is 101,300 Pascal is Newton per square meter. So, kung i-regulate natin, no, i-convert natin itong Newton meter in such a way na meron po siyang Pascal. So, pwede natin siyang gawing, no, yung Newton magiging Pascal square meter na naka-multiply pa sa meter or simply magiging Pascal cubic meter. So, parang sinasabi natin na yung joules is Pascal cubic meter. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is, so i-convert na natin. So, we have 8.314. So, yung joule, gagawin na natin Pascal cubic meter over mole Kelvin. So, i-convert lang natin yung Pascal muna. So, we have already 101,325 Pascal. Yan, kada isang ATM. Okay. Then, isa naman, no, yung cubic meter, gawin nating liter. So, we can have 1 cubic meter, 1,000. So, pag ginawa natin yan, so, ang makukuha dapat natin is 0.0821. So, gagawin lang natin siyang hanggang 4 decimal places lang. Pero ang kasunod nito is 8205. Liter ATM, then mole Kelvin. Yan. So, ayan po siya. No? Okay. So, para dun sa ating susunod na problem, letter F. So, we have the given there, 2 horsepower to pound or pound-foot. And pound, horse foot, ayan, or foot-pound per minute. Okay. Now, ito yung mga kailangan natin i-take into conversion. So, as you all know, 1 horsepower is basically 746 watts. So, a unit of power. Okay. Yun. And then, 1 pound force is actually equivalent po yan sa 1 slug, yan, feet per second squared. Yan. So, of course, ito yung mga kailangan natin pang-abangan ng mga conversions, no? Pagdating po sa, ayan, when it comes to yung mga conversion factor when it comes to conversions. So now let's convert, no, yung 2 horsepower, convert natin sa watts. So we can have 746 watts per horsepower. Yan. So maka-cancel po yung HP dyan. And then yung watts, syempre, as you all know, yung watts, that is joules per second. Diba? Yung joules naman is Newton meter. So pwede na natin gawin is, okay, yung 1 watt is maging 1 Newton meter per second. Yan. Okay. Kaya alam, may problema tayo kasi yung yung Newton dito. Okay. Ngayon, pwede natin gawin guys is, So, gawin natin, no, yung Newton, gagawin natin kilogram. Diba? O yung Newton, gagawin natin siyang kilogram. Sige, gawin natin 1 Newton, magiging 1 kilogram meter per second squared. Yan. Okay? So, ayan. And then, okay, sige, isa-isahin na natin yung mga kailangan i-convert. So, we can have yung kilogram papuntang slug, that is 14.59 kilogram. So, babalikan natin kanina yung conversion. Okay, so na-convert na natin sa slug. So, madali na lang yan. Now, yung meter. Okay, kaya lang, dalawa yung meter natin dito. Tama ba? Okay. Kaso, ginawa natin kanina. Joules per second. Sige, yung seconds muna. No? Or, ang gawin na natin siguro, dahil dalawa naman yung meter, sige. Ang gawin na natin, convert natin yung meter papuntang feet. So, we have, okay, 1 meter, tapos 3.28 feet. But since dalawa yan, isi-square natin. Ayan. Okay? So, para mas madali po siya. Ayan. Then, after that, yung seconds naman. So, yung seconds, nasa bandang baba. So, dito, gagawin ko siyang sa taas. So, 60 seconds kada isang minute. Yan. Okay, so, makukuha natin dito. Okay, pag ginawa natin yan, so we can have 2 times 746. Then, divided by 14.59 tapos times 3.28 squared times 60 seconds. So, we can have so, pag ginawa natin yan, ang makukuha natin is 66,000. Okay. Yan. 66,000. 6,010.42. So, ano pa yung mga units na na-cancel, no? So, yung kilogram, okay, slug, okay, nandiyan pa yung slug. Tapos, yung okay, feet square. Okay, yan, nandiyan pa sila, no? Tapos yung second squared, tapos yung minutes. But since nabanggit natin kanina na yung 1 pound force is 1 slug, feet per second squared. So, yung slug, mawawala na dito. Then, yung second squared, mawawala na din. Then, dahil isang feet lang naman ang kailangan ng 1 pound force, so may matitira kang feet. Okay, so that's why we look pound force, tapos may matitirang isang feet, tapos yung okay, so yan po yung pagdating natin sa conversions, okay, gamit yung mga iba't ibang units, factors. So, titanium is used in airplane bodies because it is strong and light, no? Okay. It has a density of 4.55 kilogram or gram per cubic centimeter. If a cylinder of a titanium is 7.75 centimeter long and has a mass of 153.2 grams, so calculate the diameter of the cylinder. So, we are looking for the diameter or dimension of the cylinder. Siguro, ang pinakamaganda natin gawin is gawin natin is okay, so given yung density, no? Then, yung mass given. So, pwede natin gamitin siguro yung formula ng density. So, yan, mass over volume. Okay. So, hanapin natin ang volume. So, pamagitan ng mass over the density. So, ang mass natin is 153.2 grams. So, although hindi nga naka-SA yung ating pero naka-compatible naman, no, yung mga given natin. So, kaya okay lang naman. Then, 153.2 gram divided by 4.55 gram per cubic centimeter. So, you will have 33.67. cubic centimeter. At dahil ito ay isang cylinder, so gamitin natin yung formula ng volume ng cylinder, pi r squared h. So wherein, pag dinerive natin yung formula, we can have r, or the radius. Since dyan po manggagaling yung diameter, di ba? So we can have square root of volume divided by pi h. So still naka-centimeter pa rin tayo. So we can have 33.67 cubic centimeter divided by pi times, ano yung height? So yung height natin is actually yung length, no? Yung 7.75 centimeter. So pag ginawa natin yan, okay, so magiging 1.176 centimeter. At dahil ang diameter is twice ng radius, so we can have 2 times that, so 2.352 centimeter. Now let's have this one. A magnesium is a valuable metal used in alloys, batteries, and in synthesis. Okay. Now it is obtained mostly from seawater that contains about 1.3 grams of magnesium for every kilogram of seawater. So, kumbaga, kada isang kilo ng seawater, there's a 1.3 gram of magnesium there. Okay. So, now what we are going to do is to find the volume of the seawater in liters first, and then followed by so volume of seawater needed to extract 8 times 10 raised to 4 tons of magnesium, okay, which is roughly the annual production in United States. Ayan. So, given the density of the seawater is 1.03 gram per m. So, gagawin natin ngayon, so, hanapin natin is yung volume. So, simulan muna natin sa pamamagitan po ng pagko-convert. Okay, so, or yung sinasabing kanina, ang dimensional analysis. So, ngayon sisimulan natin ang lahat dun sa given. Okay, so ang gawin natin, no, magsimula tayo dun sa 8 times 10 raised to 4 tons of magnesium. So, ang gagamitin natin pang convert ng tons papuntang, let's say, pounds. Okay, siguro sa pounds muna tayo. Or pwede rin namang sa kilo. Okay. Okay. But, siguro maganda gamitin na lang natin is yung 1 ton. So, this is actually 1 short ton. No? And then, we have 2,000 pounds. Yan. Kasi pag hindi po sinabi na, let's say, ton lang. So, ito po yung gagamitin natin conversion. Meron din tayo tinatawag na metric ton. So, iba pa yun dito sa ton na binabanggit. Okay. So, 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. Then, yung pounds, gawin natin kilogram. Yan. Tapos, yung kilogram, gagawin pa natin dapat that. So, 1 kilogram ay 1,000 grams. Ayan. Okay. At pagkatapos, okay. Ayan. So, and then, okay, so gawin natin. Okay, so hindi pa tapos yan. So, 2,000 na yan. Okay, so cancel na po dyan yung tons, then yung kilogram, then matitira grams. Okay, so sabi kanina, no, okay, 1 kilogram daw ng seawater, okay, didepend lang natin, or yan po ay correspond sa 1.3 grams of magnesium. So, nagkaroon po ng comparison kasi dito So, yung 1 kilogram daw ng seawater, equivalent sa 1.3 grams ng magnesium. So, cancel na yung magnesium, no? So, matitira yung kilogram seawater. Okay? And then, after that, convert na naman natin. solution. 1 kilogram, tapos 1,000 grams. Tapos, okay, gamitin na natin yung density ng seawater, which is 1.03 grams per milliliter. And then, pwede nating gawing gawin nating liter. So, we have 1 liter, 1,000 milliliter. So, dahil yun ang tanong. So, pag ginawa natin yan, so cancel out po yung tons mg. Yan, mg. Yan, cancel na yan. Then, yung pounds, ton, ayan, cancel na nga. Then, kilogram dito, cancel. Grams, ayan, ano pa? Kilogram dito. Ayan, then yung grams, tapos yung ml. So, ayan. So, bali makukuha po natin dito is 5.432 times 10 raised to 10 liters of seawater. Okay? So, ayan po yan. At what temperature does the numerical reading on a Celsius equal on a Fahrenheit thermometer? So, okay. So, gagawin lang naman natin. Okay, pag-equalin lang naman natin, no? Okay, so pwede natin gamitin formula, yung sa formula ng degrees Celsius, papuntang degrees Fahrenheit, o yung baliktad. So, siguro, magandang gamitin ko na lang is degrees Fahrenheit equals 9/5 degrees Celsius plus 32. So, ang hinahanap natin is yung kung saan sila magiging magkaparehas. So, siguro gawin natin, let's say, gawin natin silang times of letter T. Yan, T. Yan. Gawin natin equal sa T. Yung degrees Fahrenheit at degrees Celsius. And then, ayan, so pwede natin i-solve yung T. So, ilipat lang natin itong 9/5T sa kabila. So, magiging ano yan? Magiging negative. T minus. Ayan. Tapos, we can have negative 4/5. Then, 4/5T is equal to 32. Then, multiply na lang natin sa 5. So, times 5, 160. Divided by negative 4. So, makukuha natin is negative 40 degrees Celsius. Ayan. Okay, so negative 40 degrees Celsius or negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ayan po yan, no? Okay, pagdating po sa ganyang problem. Ayan. The chlorine, okay, is used to disinfect swimming pools. Now, the accepted concentration for this purpose is 1 ppm chlorine or 1 gram of chlorine per million gram of water. So, ito yung kanina binabanggit natin na meron sinasabing ppm. Ayan, di ba yung ppm that stands for per million. Ayan, parts per million. Ayan. Okay, now calculate the volume of the chlorine solution in milliliter a homeowner should add to her swimming pool if the solution contains 6% of chlorine by mass and there are 2 times 10 raised to 4 gallons of water in the pool. Now, 1 gallon is 3.79 liters, so binanggit. Density of water is 1 gram per ml and the density of the solution is 1 gram per ml. So now, again, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina sa number 3, so ang gagawin lang natin is dimensional analysis. So, simulan natin ang lahat since manggagaling po kasi lahat sa, okay, hanapin kasi natin kung ilang chlorine solution ang meron doon sa swimming pool. Na ang swimming pool is may 2 times 10 raised to 4 gallons of water. So, okay. Mag-water na lang. Pero kung naalala nyo naman sa inyong chemistry class before, so, water is H2O. Yan. So, ulitin lang po natin, no? Yun, 2 times 10 raised to 4. So, magsisimula lang sa 2 times 10 raised to 4. Yan. Gallons. Then, gallons ng water. Ayan. And then, i-convert natin siya. Siguro, simulan natin sa 3.79 liter per gallon. Okay, ayan. Pagkatapos yung liter, i-convert natin sa ml. Ayan. Kasi we are looking for the amount in ml, diba? So, kaya ginawa natin siya. And then after that, gamitin natin yung density ng solution. So actually, manggagaling pa lang kasi ito sa solution natin. Ayan. And then pagkatapos, gamitin natin yung binanggit na parts per million niya, which is 1 gram daw ng chlorine ay katumbas daw ng 1 million grams. So, gawin ko na lang 1 million grams ng water. Yan. Okay, then pagkatapos, yung 1 gram ng chlorine solution, yan, katumbas ng 0.6 or 0.06 grams ng chlorine. Okay, so saan mo nakuha yung conversion na yan, no? Okay, so nakuha natin yung conversion na yan since may binanggit po siyang 6% chlorine by mass. Ibig sabihin, sa isang gram ng solution, merong 0.06 gram ng chlorine. Okay, so naglalaman po ng 6% ng chlorine yung isang solution. So now, and then finally, ibalik natin, kasi ang hinahanap naman natin dito is milliliter. So, gamitin natin ulit yan, 1 gram per. So, bali makukuha natin dyan is around 1,263.33 milliliters of chlorine solution. Yan. Kasi ang hinahanap natin is gaano karaming chlorine solution. So, kaya kinailangan po natin siya i-convert, okay, from the grams water papuntang grams chlorine, then grams chlorine papuntang grams chlorine solution.